Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Moth to a Game. I know it's been a while. I've been busy, life happens. Just been busy. And then I fell into the trap of, I want to get an episode out or I want to get a video out, and then I'm like, well, it's already been a week, so I'll push it back another week. And then 1 week becomes 2, and then 3, and then, I just got behind. So this video, I'm in a hoodie and sweatpants. My hair is a little everywhere. It's probably not gonna have as much quality, not that I think my videos are of the utmost quality, but it's not gonna have as much quality as I feel like the other ones have had in the editing aspect, because I'm just really trying to get this one out so that I can get back into the groove of putting videos out. But you guys voted. Not a whole lot of you did, I think, but Secret Hitler won. So I'll be going over to Secret Hitler today. I don't have 5 people with me because during a pandemic, it's a little hard to get 5 people together to play a board game at times. So I'm just going to go briefly over the rules and what I think of the game, and maybe I make a mistake, but I doubt I will, but who knows. Just bear with me. So Secret Hitler is a social deduction game for 5 to 10 players. I will say that the more people you have, the more fun it is. The whole goal of the game is that there are 2 teams. There are liberals on one side, and there are fascists on the other. So the liberals, their goal of the game is to fill up their political board with 6. Oh, my bad. It's 5. See, already making mistakes. 5 liberal policies or liberal articles. Or they could find and kill Hitler, it is a secret who Hitler is. On the other end, the fascists must fill up their board, which, depending on how many people you have, will depend on how many things they need. 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, nope, I was incorrect again. They always need 6, but the amount of people you play with will change the game mechanics a little bit. It will change the special abilities you get. So, like for instance, this is for 9 or 10 players. So, after the first fascist policy is passed, you will get to investigate a party membership, which I'll go over that really quick because you probably won't be able to follow along very well. So at the beginning of the game, everyone is handed an envelope. In the envelope, you will find 2 things. You will find your secret role, which in this one is a fascist. If you can see that, it's like a toad frog thing. Is a fascist, and their party membership is fascist. The party membership is just something you show to people if they get the investigate your party membership card. The liberals have the same thing, except they have liberal, which is typically someone who looks like they're possibly from colonial England or something, like Sherlock Holmes. They have pipe or something, and big glasses, big extravagant hats of that sort, and they have a party membership that says liberal. Now, one person will get the Hitler card, which their party membership will be fascist, like before, but they're a T-Rex, raptor, Komodo dragon thing, and it says Hitler. So at the beginning of the game, everyone will be passed out 1 envelope, and you'll either have a liberal or a fascist card in it, and your secret role of liberal or Hitler or fascist. So, everyone will close their eyes, and then someone, usually me in the play session, because it's my game, so I usually try to lead it, I will say, everyone close your eyes, and while everyone's eyes are closed, I'll say, now fascists, open your eyes. So then all the people that got fascist cards will open their eyes, look at each other, acknowledge each other, be like, me and you, or, oh no, I have you on my team, how are we gonna do this? So fascists are always the minority. So in a standard game of 5, 3 of them are going to be liberals, and 2 of them will be fascists. In a game of 7 to 8, there are 3 fascists. In a game of 9 to 10, there are 4 fascists. So the fascists don't know who Hitler is. They just know who the other fascists are, unless you're in a 5 to 6 player game, in which case you know who the fascists are, because if you're a fascist and you're not Hitler, you can deduce that the other fascist is Hitler. So what happens is whoever goes first, which I forget how you decide who goes first. Usually we just make it someone who's more familiar with the game to teach other people, but they get to be the president. They get this nice placard of president. And on their turn, they will nominate someone to be the chancellor. So let's say I was the president and I nominated someone to be chancellor. Everyone would vote, so everybody also gets a ya or yes and a nein or no card. So I nominate someone for chancellor, and usually at the beginning of the game you have no reason to vote no, but you would either vote yes or ya or nein, no. As long as a majority of people say yes, that person becomes the chancellor. If an equal amount of people say no to the yeses, it doesn't pass, and I will go over that in a moment. So, you passed. Great. Your administration is now in power. You are the president, they are the chancellor. So, what you'll do is you will draw 3 policy cards, or they're not really cards, they're more cardboard, but they're cards. So you draw 3. So let's say I drew these 3. 2 liberal and 1 fascist. So the fascist goal of the game is to fill up their board, or after the 3rd fascist policy is enacted, they elect Hitler to be the chancellor. Then they win automatically. So, if you dropping stuff. If you drew 2 liberal and 1 fascist card, then if I'm a liberal, I might just do the 2 liberal. So the president discards one of these to pass to the chancellor, and the chancellor will pass one of them to the board. So, if I'm a liberal, I might just do the 2 liberal to ensure that I get a point. If I'm a fascist, I would want to do one of each, and hope that maybe they do the fascist one or maybe they don't. Or if I'm a liberal and I'm trying to test the other person, I might do one of each and then hope that they pick the liberal because I don't know what the other people are. The liberals are the ones that want to win, and they are the majority, but you can't just trust someone if they just say, oh, I'm a liberal or whatnot, because even the fascists should say that they are liberals. There are times where you might draw 3 fascist cards, and then you pass those to the chancellor, and the 2 to the chancellor, and he has to pick one. He or she has to pick one. And they're both fascists, so there's not really a choice for them. So they put one down, and then everyone questions them. In this game, you can lie in it, you can say whatever you want. No one has to trust you, no one has to believe you, and you don't have to tell the truth. So it all just comes down to who you believe and their voting patterns. So if you test someone with a liberal and a fascist, and you know you did it, and then they put a fascist down, you can tell everyone, oh, they're a fascist, I tested them. But they can turn around and say, no, they gave me 2 fascist policies, I'm liberal, I would not pass a fascist policy. So it's a fun game. I find it more fun if you have talkative people to play. When more people are quiet, it's kind of harder to play, in my opinion. It's still fun. It's still fun with quiet people, and it's a challenge to try to deduce what they're doing. Another thing, so I talked about this earlier. If you fail, if I pass the chancellor to somebody and they do not get it, everyone votes no, nobody wants them to be chancellor, maybe they know either Hitler, or maybe they just don't like him, or maybe insert reason here, maybe they just wanted to say no, okay? So on the first time, you'll have a little token, which is in my box. It's a little blue piece of wood. It will go on this, and after the first fail, it'll move over 1. I don't know if you can see that. And then it'll move over again. And then the 3rd time, the top policy gets enacted. So no matter what is at the top of the pile, so in this case, it would be a fascist policy, gets enacted. That's just how it works. It's a way to stall things. And it's something you don't typically want to happen because then you don't have a choice. So in a 9 to 10 player game, after the first fascist policy is passed and placed on the board, the president of that turn gets to investigate another player's party membership. Even if that president is a liberal, they get to do the power, the presidential power. So they get to look at one person's card and see if they are liberal or a fascist. And they can share that with the group, they can keep that to themselves, they can lie, they can tell the truth. Again, there's no rules against that. That's what the first 2 are in a 9 to 10 player game. The next one is the president gets to choose the next presidential candidate. So let's say, the president always passes to the left, or to the right, my bad, to the right, or the left. I forget. It doesn't really matter. You can just do it whatever way you want when you play clockwise or counterclockwise. But it always goes to, let's say, the right. You can just choose to put it at the person on the other end of the table. Now, after their turn of being president, it would then continue on the way that it should have. That's a way to ensure someone loyal to your party continues to be president. The next two are you get to kill a player at the table. So you pass another fascist policy, you can kill whoever you want. Just, and they're gone. If Hitler gets killed that way, the liberals win. That's that. The liberals don't get any cool powers on the other side. So, you know, sometimes it's beneficial to maybe pass a fascist policy if you know who Hitler is. But if they pass this side of the board, so once all these three are passed, if they get over here, Hitler will win if he is elected chancellor. So you have to watch out for that. And if they get the sixth one, they automatically win. In a smaller game of 5 to 6 players, they have one different ability. So you don't have any of the investigates, and you only have 2 kills, or you have the 2 kills that you normally do. But the president can examine the top 3 cards, but cannot change the order. So, if, let's say I was the president this turn, I can look at the top 3 cards, so I know what they are. So for in this instance, it would be 3 fascist cards. So there would be no difference in any administration. Fascist policy is passing. And I might tell that to my group, say, hey, you know, the next 3 are going to be fascist, so it doesn't really matter who we vote for, because that's what's going to be. They don't have to trust me, but that's how it would be. But that's only in the 5 to 6 player game, and which I think is also fun. I think 5 players is fun, 6, all the way up to 10. They're all fun. They're a little different. It's a pretty easy game to pick up. The boards they're nice, solid. There's 3 of them, 1 for each game, 5 to 6, 7 to 8, or 9 to 10. And each side comes with a reverse of the liberal board, which is the same for each one. It's a very fun game, pretty easy to pick up. Casual gamers, hardcore gamers, people in between. It's a party game, so, you know, if you're hanging out with friends, you know, on a Saturday night or 2 in the afternoon on a Wednesday, bust this out. It doesn't take a whole lot of time, I want to say. You can bust out a game in maybe half an hour. Usually me and my friends or my family play good 4 or 5 games, something like that. But yeah, it's a really fun game. It's fun to pass the president around, chancellor, and accuse people, you know. And everyone has that person that they want to be on their team, or they don't want to be on their team. And it's just a really fun game, and I would definitely recommend it. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope to make more in the future and have more come out and not have such a long hiatus on videos. But thank you for watching, and I hope you'll stay with us. Bye.